everybody, and welcome back to Echoes of Legacy. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to episode 8. So we're going to pick up right where we left off, where our group barely escaped the battle upon Whispering Mountains as they were transported through a portal by the narrator, and 3 of the group are presently unconscious after being struck by meteors called down as Nikolai took his father's side, apparently, and tried to save everyone. And so the group stumbles through the portal, and Atlas and Jeane and the narrator, the 3 of you carrying the rest of the group, stumble into the middle of a desert. As the winds whip, sand kind of pelts against your skin, tumbleweeds rolling about, the sun beating down. This is a very, very stark difference from the cold, icy mountain you were just on top of. And now you find yourself in the middle of a desert. Jeane, being the conscious one, what do you do?
Is it like a storm going through right now? Snowstorm, sandstorm?
It's just very windy.
Cool. I think just out of exhaustion's sake, just kind of falling to one knee, and looking at the vast nothingness that is sand, and it's just breathing heavily, battered and beaten. Okay, we're here. Now what?
And Atlas looks around and he goes, "Well, shit. You took us to the deadlands, kid." And he looks over to the narrator and he's like, "I don't know. I panicked. I opened a door. I don't know." And they set down Val and Peter and Rehya. We should probably get them some help. Do you know healing magic, Jeane?
No, that wasn't the chosen abilities I got. And pulls up the phone.
Oh, right. You okay. All right. Are you okay?
Yeah, someone can be when they get treated like a bunch of dinosaurs at the end of their era.
Dinosaurs?
It's a creature from my planet.
Oh,
didn't
okay.
endure something similar and didn't.
Oh.
Okay. Kind of. Okay. It just fully sits down.
Sits down into the sand.
Oh, yeah. If looking for shelter is our next priority, then we should start to do that before. Is the sun up?
The sun is up.
We should do that before the sun goes down, because this place will get a lot colder once that happens.
And a lot more dangerous. This isn't a place we want to be out in the open.
I mean, you called it the Deadlands, so I kind of assumed.
Yeah, this is where the law of the Nation of Six don't reach. So it's
that's like another era of my planet, called the Wild West.
I mean, this is to the western side of the world, so that we are on a completely different continent than the one we were just on.
Oh, okay, cool. Good job.
Yeah.
Big points with the narrator. Good job on that, I guess.
Thanks. I just wanted to get away.
Hey, when we get away, we did. Stands back up. Kind of stumbles. Okay. Need to pick a direction and stick with it.
Yeah, I guess.
And he looks at the vastness.
Yeah.
It's looks for anything that might be a break in a horizon line.
Can you roll me to insight, please?
Sure. That's a critical. That's 2 8s.
So as you're squinting, as sand is hitting your eyes, it's hot. The sun is so bright here. The 2 suns in the sky are incredibly bright here. You see a bit of smoke way off in the distance.
I'm gonna also give myself an opportunity, because that's what we do with criticals. Where's that thing? Choose it. We got that information. I'm not going to do plot twists because Heads up, we were already in a plot twist. That already happened.
Do you want another one?
Will it be beneficial? Will it be a nice plot twist?
I don't know.
You tell the story. You gotta know this.
I'm not giving spoilers.
Well, it's an opportunity. But you gotta spoiler cast right here with the narrator. Anyway, I'm not. I mean, of my choice, I have no idea what's out here. So, nation favor. I don't need anyone's support or admiration. We're all the cool. Creature chooses present scene. What's a compromising statement even mean? What does that mean in this moment?
You admit to something that you wouldn't normally admit to. Is the way I view that.
Cool. I'm gonna use that on the narrator.
You want him to admit to?
You want him? They make a compromise. Choose a creature present on the scene. They make a compromising statement chosen by the person who controls them.
So it's not so much a statement as you see him kind of trying to stir Val and making sure she's okay. As he's like, you're gonna be okay. He's like talking to her, basically, even though she's knocked out.
Yeah, I think seeing that, walk next to them, and just crouch slowly. They're made of tough stuff. I've seen them get hit with way worse.
Their HP's at 0, but they're not disappearing.
I think that might just be another thing that's special about us.
All
hey,
right.
Tell me, as I'm helping him pick Val up, tell me, did you hear a click, like something unlocking before the fight happened?
And you see him like kind of in one hand opens up his book and he begins to look through and goes, unlocking?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I mean, like the sound like a like something's unlocking, like something is something old, something I don't know, held back. I don't know.
Okay,
it's something I heard before everything started to go to shit.
I don't have anything in my book about an unlock, something being unlocked. That's concerning. As he kind of like shuts it.
That feels more compromising than the other thing. As I help carry.
As you, Atlas, and the narrator trudge through the desert with the 3 unconscious party members. We're now go ahead.
I'm dressed for the occasion.
You are. You fit right in this part of the world.
Right in.
We're now going to go to our unconscious friends. Val, tell me what Val is dreaming about after the meteor hits.
It's a great question. Where's my... She is back inside the house. She's in the Briggs Manor and keeps running, looking for a door, looking for a way out. But everything is locked.
As you're running through, is there any particular door you're looking for? Or are you just looking for out?
She's just looking to get out. To not be trapped, to not be helpless.
As you touch one of the door, after like this panic has set in, you going door to door to door to door to door. You grab one of the doors, and once again it is locked. And perhaps there's a grunt of frustration or whatever it may be, but you see that door catches fire.
She starts trying to put it out.
This fire spreads the more you touch things.
She just stares at her hands.
They're glowing a soft orange.
She falls to her knees. And kind of like the way that flames kind of transfix you. She just stares into the flames and watches everything burn.
And you see the fire spreads from where your knees make contact with the floor. And the fire continues to spread and consume the house that you're in. You see ceiling beams begin to crack and crash. You hear basically the breaking of the house, the shattering of windows as the fire continues to spread throughout the house. Do you watch the whole thing burn down?
She almost like shakes herself for a second, and then she's like, Frankie? Oh no. And she starts running and looking for the 3 people in the house that she would care about.
As you go from room to room, it's almost the same vision repeated again and again as the place continues to burn. You open the doors to these rooms where you would find the people to find it empty. The room already in flame.
She realizes that she's alone and sits down on the ground and curls up and just listens to the crackle of the fire as it roars around her.
Okay. Peter, what are you dreaming of?
Peter is dreaming of a moment that she went through already, but not in Novum, back on Earth. And it's when she and her partner split before going to college. Her boyfriend and her broke up. And it was because they were going their separate ways. Different colleges, they didn't want to do long distance. And it just felt like the thing to do. But this time, instead of it being mutual, Peter looks at him and says, you know what? I didn't even really care about this relationship. I wanted to, it wasn't for me. I didn't want to do this. I did it because we should, but I don't know. I'm done and I'm happy about it.
Then why did you do it at all?
Like I said, I just think it was the thing to do. You're nice and you're really cute. But I'm happy to be doing my own thing now. And I don't want to say it's mutual when I'm happy about it. I'm picking it for myself this time. I'm breaking up because I want it, not because it's what we should do.
And you see he's just got this flabbergasted look on his face. And just kind of stumbles back and holding onto the desk. And you see he freezes. And you notice the clock in the room is frozen. Not freezes, not like ice, but it's frozen
Yeah. Is there anyone else in the room?
So you look around and you see there is a man, sort of a man, I suppose. He's got teal, almost teal and green skin. 2 twisted long gold horns that come up from his forehead. And a bit of black hair kind of in between them down to his shoulders. He's in what looks like on Earth would be considered dress wear.
Yeah.
He's about 6'5", and he's leaning against the door. And he goes, "That was cold."
No, I just felt like I had to be honest. I feel like I'm not honest, and he deserved to know the truth.
That's admirable, I suppose.
I didn't think that lying to him just to let it happen the way it should is the right way to do it.
That is admirable. As he like leans up from the door and begins to like walk around the room, like picking things up. Where did this breakup happen? Was it in like one of your bedrooms? Where did this breakup happen?
Yeah, it was probably in my bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, he just begins to kind of like look around and pick things up and take a look at them.
I mean, I wasn't really like trying to be admiral. It's just I'm choosing this time instead of just doing it because he's going to California. I'm staying here.
I mean, I suppose so, but I'm just saying not a lot of people are that honest these days.
I guess not. I guess, if it had gone differently, I probably wouldn't have said it. Yeah. What are you doing here? This one this is like this is my room.
I mean, it is your room, but we're part of the same whole now, so I'm just getting a lay of the land.
What hole?
Oh, you didn't know what you drank, did you?
I drank the essence of my companion's friend, and I got extra moves when we were fighting in combat.
Well, did you not remember your friend's friend said they were infected with something?
Yeah, but this is like the essence of them. It's like a potion. It's not like I'm getting it.
Why do you think you bit that man's neck?
I was thinking like because it would like hurt him.
Uh-huh. And how did it feel afterwards?
It felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I do drain bigger, like it feels like it kind of heals me, but I was assuming that was kind of like, because I got him really good with my hit, so I feel a little bit better. And that's kind of what my magic does, so maybe, something like that. It's not though, is it?
I mean, it's a bit of column A, bit of column B.
What's gonna like happen now?
Well, that depends on how strong you
are. I kind of got my ass kicked, so
it's not so much about physical strength as it is mental.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm a good friend, I think. I try to be. Is that like that's strong? I'm not gonna die, right?
Dying in the traditional sense, no.
What's the non-traditional sense?
You could lose yourself completely. And so you, as Peter, would be gone, but your body would still be running around.
I don't like. Is there a way to make this not happen?
If you think your smart friend who dropped all the meteors on you couldn't figure it out after however many years, perhaps not.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be a bad thing.
It sounds kind of like a bad thing.
It's just another way to exist. And you'll be stronger physically. You'll be able to do things you weren't able to do before. You'll have access to more knowledge than you already did with your God Man. You just have to indulge a bit. Don't fight it as much.
You said I'm going to basically be Peter running around, but I'm not Peter.
If you are not strong enough to deal with the transformation.
Transformation.
Mhm.
Long term or like short term? Like, am I going to wake up?
Presently, it's spreading through your body, so we'll see how you feel when you wake up.
Oh, like it's going to be a quick thing. Okay.
Well, this stage, of course.
I feel like I can't keep asking questions. I think it's just going to happen to me, huh?
You can keep asking questions if you want. I'm here to help.
Okay. You said no stopping it. I either I die, turn into the idea of Peter, or
Monstrous. Yes.
okay, or the third option, which is I succeed and I just get sweet powers.
Yes, and you end up like your friends back there on the mountain, Ranwin and Nikolai, I think his name was.
Yeah. What's like the percentage, like success ratio, as Jeane would
Well,
probably ask.
in the initial trials, I believe it was.
Did you make this?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. In the initial trials, I believe it was about 10 in every 10,000 would survive to transform into a drow.
I thought you were gonna say like 10%. It's lower
Oh
than
no,
10%.
10 in 10,000.
Yeah.
The rest would become thralls or die.
Okay. Yeah, that I've read a little bit about this kind of thing. You're the Drowned King?
Ah, Zarathar, yes. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, I'm not really a fan of what's happening right now.
All right. Well, I can leave you be.
Oh, not chatting with you, like the
Yes, it is unfortunate.
Yeah. Are you gonna like visit again, or is this the last time I get to chat with you?
I can visit again if you'd like.
Well, I don't know if I'd like it, but it might be useful. I was just wondering.
I mean, I have a wedding to attend to, so I can go and do that.
Are you getting married?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, too.
A doctor I met.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
At least you got something cool going on.
Right. I am not the Drowned King that you've read about.
Oh, there's more than the one?
Yes. We had contingencies. Anyways, this is a lot.
Okay,
But anyways,
yeah.
You will wake up. Just
Okay.
steel yourself for the pain to come.
Okay. Really quick
Mhm.
question.
Right.
Since you made this,
Mhm.
you kind of know how it goes.
Mhm.
Me biting Valerian was like a good choice, right?
That was very bad.
Yeah, okay. That's
very
kind of
bad.
the vibe I was getting.
That was you bit the most powerful mortal on the planet and gave them a virus.
I was thinking that maybe it would be bad because it's a virus.
Mm-hmm. His mind is already fractured and broken, and now it's going to be complicated.
Okay.
He's
Sorry
not
about
someone
that.
I want kicking. It's all right. It happens. It was your first time.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you.
You'll have to feed again.
Yeah, that's
fine.
right. That's kind of what they were talking about, Nikolai and
Yes.
Bronwyn.
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you get to that wedding. Don't want to be late.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, best of luck, Peter. And if you need anything, you know where to find me.
Okay. Have fun.
All right. And you see he walks out the door. Rhea, what are you dreaming about?
Rehya is back in the ballroom where they really got to unleash for the first time, and is in the moment where she bisected 4 people at once. And feels it's play by play for the moment. She's feels the blood on her and the weight of her axes in her hands, and has recalibrated her body and being to the horns and the tail, and is breathing really heavily. And she turns around to find her parents, and about a 13 or 14-year-old Rehya standing between them, and they have their hands on her shoulder, both of them, and she is in two moments at once. She's in the moment in the ballroom, and then she's in a moment where she's a teenager and Ainsley Commons opens on campus because her parents gave them a bunch of money and all of the really disgusting behind the scenes things that came with that building, and remembers how she was told how to stand. She was told not to talk to anyone. She was told to smile the whole time. She was told to stay by or near her mother because they had to maintain an image. She remembers everything about that day and how disgusting it made her feel, and is just staring at herself between her parents as she's feeling the weight of herself in this moment now.
You feel that, well, let me ask you, do you feel resentment? Does Rehya feel resentment towards her parents or anger towards her parents? Or did she in the moment as a child?
Yeah. I mean, she was infuriated that day and couldn't do anything about it because she was 13 and had been taught her whole life how she needed to behave in order to save face for her parents. That was her whole life, and that day was the tipping point for her when she knew she wasn't going to be what her parents wanted her to be. So 13-year-old Rehya is pissed in front of her, yeah.
And what about present-day Rehya?
Present-day Rehya, looking at... She's not even acknowledging her parents in this moment. She's just looking at her younger self. And she's just sad. She's not angry at her parents anymore. She's... That flame had been extinguished so long ago. She's just sad looking at herself because she knows what that grew into.
So you see younger Rehya register you, and she walks over and puts her hands on your axe. What do you do?
I'll clip it together. Or no. I'll split it so it's into two. And I'll just put it blade down on the floor. And so it's just resting against my hand for her to grab.
You see she takes it. And you see her turn around to face your parents. What do you do?
And my parents don't have any reaction.
No. Presently, it's almost like they're still in the moment, shaking hands with people, waving, you know what I mean? Not even paying any mind to either version of you.
Rehya is going to hook the other half of her axe under her belt. Just kind of crouch down. So she's got her elbows on her knees behind little Rehya and just kind of put a hand on her back. Make them see you.
Okay. And you see little Rehya marches forward. And with the axe in hand. What does little Rehya do as if she would, in that moment, had an axe?
How violent do I want this child to be?
We can also fade to black on this if you'd like.
I think little Rhea. She's short, right? She's not very tall.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what annoyed Rhea the most about her parents, and what annoys Rhea the most to this day about her parents, is their fucking smiles. She knows how fake they are. She knows how manipulative they are. She, behind closed doors, never sees them. And then as soon as the cameras come out and the press is there, it's plastered all over their faces. It's like mocking her, right? So I think little Rhea just wants to make them stop smiling. And then we can fade to black with that idea.
We fade to black away like that as you just watch, and we just see Rhea's face. Well, yeah, go ahead.
I'll just say, big Rhea says that, thinks about that, their smiles, and knows what little Rhea is going to do, and is just going to turn around.
You don't watch.
And walk up the stairs. Yeah, I don't watch.
You don't watch. Okay. And you walk up the stairs, and a feeling of release and freedom kind of fills Rhea a bit at this. As you reach the top of this balcony, these bodies of these slain guards all around you. It felt good. All of this has felt really good. And as that feeling settles, there is the balcony hallway kind of shifts, and there is a door at the far end, and there's a door behind you, and that door in front of you, you can feel as that good feeling. The door behind you feels like the opening of that, or feels, I wouldn't even say that, it feels like going back to what you were before. Safe, familiar, but where you were before.
Oh, Rhea, the whole time, as her and the group have been talking, and people have been bringing up this idea of going home. We need to get home. We got to figure out a way home. Rhea has been really intentionally quiet, because in her mind, there was never really a home in the first place. There was never really anything for her there. So it's not really a choice for Rhea. There is one way for her to go, and that is forward toward the door.
Okay. All right. And we cut now to Jeane, Atlas, and the narrator. Basically, you have made your way basically over this large sand dune, and you see this town that is in front of you. It looks like it's built out of old battleships. Like it's parts of airships that had, like, parts of the hulls which have been turned upside down to basically like turn into a tavern. You see there are bits of hulls that have been turned into little shops. This whole ramshackle town looks like it was built out of a destroyed, fleet of battleships. And Atlas turns to look at you, Jeane, and he goes, "Well, this here is Hollow Creek. It ain't Ain't a fun place to be, but it's we ain't gonna have any eyes on us here.
Then that's where we need to go.
I think maybe finding a place to get these fine young ladies some assistance with might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And yourself.
Yeah.
You look pretty beat up.
I am. Focus on people who are unconscious and the danger that might be around us.
Right. All right, let's get going. And as he's like talking, he kind of like almost slows a bit. And the sound of his voice is replaced with the sound of gears and machinery. Like you can see he's speaking to you, but his voice isn't there. It's like this ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. The sound of like machines and moving parts. And you see he almost kind of vanishes before your eyes. The girls vanish. The narrator vanishes before your eyes. And you see a trail of mechanical parts leading into town.
Rail.
You follow it?
I look right. Do I see anything above me or around me?
So
everyone's gone.
You look at the sky, and where the clouds were, there are intersecting gears that are connected and like moving in the sky. Like all of the clouds have been replaced by this almost a machinery-like skyscape above you.
I've been given a path forward, so take it. Walk forward.
Okay. You make your way through this town, and you see, kind of this ramshackle, constructed town as you make your way through, and you make your way to this large building that is basically what looks like it was the bow of a ship. The front of the ship that has kind of basically been turned up so that like a door could be installed on where the floor of the ship would have been. And it's this door that has two interlocking gears on it. Basically like together, like one at an angle, one underneath it like this. And on the inside of both of them, there are basically like a red gem in the top and a blue gem in the bottom. And that's where the parts lead you.
Red gem, blue gem. What is this place?
And you see, well, go ahead and make me an open check of your choice.
I mean, that's like I guess an insight. Would that be insight? Yeah, insight or willpower. I'll make it an insight.
Okay.
Let's see what the who is it? That's 11.
11. So you call out, what is this place? And you hear this voice that's soft, but also it's like almost artificial. As you hear this voice that goes, the next step.
2.
Your evolution.
That takes humans millions of years.
Well, things work differently here, even for you meatbags.
Okay, HK-47. Just I guess push forward, step forward. What remind me? What's the?
So it's this like metal hull of like basically like a bow of a ship, right? And so it's like it almost it's cathedral like in its construction,
right?
Built from the remnants of this battleship with this steel door with the interlocking gears on the door.
Gotcha.
Before you.
just try to turn the gears and make my way inside, I think is the...
Okay. So you open the door, and the door swings open to this dark... It smells of... You ever been in like a metal shop?
Mm-hmm.
The kind of that basically this, that almost, not sulfur. Sulfur is the wrong word, but you know what I mean? That smell, iron, yeah, that iron smell in the air.
Yeah.
As there are like empty pews. There's about 6 on either side with this kind of path leading up the middle, where you see a figure standing on a dais in this kind of like spotlight that's lit from a hole in the hall up top.
Kind of theatrical, don't you think?
Well, I never really get to be expressive, so I thought might be interesting.
Interesting is the word for it. Just keeps walking forward.
And as you get closer, you can see they're humanoid in shape and femme presenting in form. But you can see they are made of metal. Interlocking pieces of metal and what looks like very fine wood. Very soft features, on the basically the head portion of this machine. As they look to kind of just be fidgeting with something. And she goes, I'm interested. What is your opinion on this place, this world?
Well, first I'm going to infer that you are Deus Mechanist.
Very good.
Mystery solved there. My opinion of this place, magic is a wonder. Science, I can't explain it, but that just makes it more exciting. Mechanics of this world and how it works, and how I can apply it to when I get back home, if I can get back home. It's still got the same old good guys, bad guys. People who do selfish things for selfish reasons, thinking they're the heroes of a story, just like back home. The phenomena of having meteors dropped on you is an experience I thought I'd only see in movies, but hey, there's a bunch of the new things have happened to me since I got here. 6-7 days I've got here. 6-7 days. Wow. It's been a rough week.
And if and when you return to where you came from, what will you do?
I think this is when Jeane kind of looks around again at the surroundings. How is he, like, does he still feel the pain? Does he still, like...
No, you don't feel any of the pain from getting hit by a meteor and energy blasts and all that stuff.
I think realizing that in the moment, he kind of like moves to take a bite out of his thumb to see if it hurts.
Does not.
Okay. Goes to sit down. One of the pews. I want to do what any good engineer does. Try to reverse engineer something that they can't explain and make their world a better place.
I like that answer. And how do you plan on going home?
I haven't figured that part out yet. But the answer's there. Somewhere. You know, the equations and numbers of magic. I mean, we got pulled here, so there's got to be a way to pull us out or move us wherever we want. Unlocking that secret, finding that answer, hopefully open the door to many more. Continue what science is all about.
And if you gain this ability to jump realities, what would you do with that secret?
Part of me that wants to share it. A large part of me wants to share it. I mean, that's the dream of more scientists than there are sciences. But another part of me knows that that science will be used negatively by a lot of people. But my heart tells me that there will be a lot more good than bad.
Your heart.
The fact that I even answer that question like that means that something's happening to me.
Yes. There's something happening to you and all your friends.
I assume it's the awakening thing we read
Correct.
about.
You are, I believe, your term for it is, an anti. You are the, and you see she just like seems to kind of be like clicking through this thought, and she goes, the world here is unbalanced, and you are here due to the will of someone else, but I believe the world itself is, through the four of you, rebalancing that equation.
So we're acting as a counterweight for the chaos that has been perpetrated on this world's life, aura, magic.
For lack of better
Presence.
terms.
And what happens if we leave?
It depends on what you do with your time while you're here.
Let me ask this. The more we stay here, the longer we stay here, will we further evolve into forms we don't recognize? Forms that were not present on the planet we were on?
Perhaps. As reality must ratify itself, and you four are outliers in our reality. So it will either attempt to make adjustments or reject you.
I suppose that goes for back on our world as well.
Perhaps.
Makes sense. If the gateways are opened and the void is enriched with pathways again, would that outcome still happen? Or would properties and entities and concepts be leaked in from every world? Do you think?
I believe it would be chaos on a level I don't know if we can ratify.
No, chaos is ratifiable.
Controllable,
Chaos.
I suppose.
Yeah. That's the thing about chaos. Can't control it.
You must, if you are to succeed, you must, well, in part, you and your friends must for lack of a better term, train. Find allies. Learn what you can. For I believe the growing conflict, if I've done the math correctly, will be a great one.
Several equations have already gone wrong not in our favor since we've gotten here. On the allies front, we've got alive 1, 2 maybe.
That's a start.
Better than 0. Any advice? You are, if the notes mean anything, a god. But again, that outside of this world seems weird because apparently gods have been locked down on this place.
I am what remains.
What does that mean?
When the drowning happened, those of us of the divine, if we were here, we were cut off from the remainder of ourselves. And myself, along with the 3 others who have chosen you, will be giving you the rest of our divinity.
What does that make us then?
Our chosen champions, demigods, whatever you wish to call it.
What happens to you when...
I think you know.
Then may I ask why me? Why us?
Your mind and your heart is why I chose you. You are able to be cold and analytical when you need to, but you do not approach sciences with that. You approach it with wonder and warmth. And you look at the rest of the world with that same warmth. And if I'm going to hand my abilities over to someone, even though I am incapable of said feelings, I would rather there'd be someone on the other side with them.
Since I've come to this world, I've taken several lives from people. A thing I would never do back home. And the more I do it, the easier it gets, till it becomes an afterthought. And out of everything that's happened, that's the scariest.
An unfortunate consequence of our violent world. But in that, it doesn't mean you can't find another way.
It's the beauty of science and life, huh?
Exactly.
Life finds a way. Stands back up. Walks back over to them. Offers a hand.
And they, like, if they could feel have an amused expression, that kind of like a half smirk forms on their mechanical face, and they offer a hand in return.
Take it. Here's hoping we can save the world, and maybe all of the rest.
Be good, Jeane.
Always.
Good. And then you're back walking with Atlas. And you find yourself in, as Atlas is bringing in what looks like, like some food, you're in this like dingy, maybe like 10-foot like room, it's got like 3 bunk beds in it. There's like a trunk at the end of each one of them, and there's a loud noise coming from the door. And Atlas goes, "Oh, are you feeling better now? You looked sick there for a while."
There's a quick, just several blinks, several like just trying to get in every feature. What happened?
Oh, we walked. I got us a room at the Rusty Cactus.
Before that, like, we were back at the top of that hill, and you told us about what the town was.
Yeah, I told you what it was, and you just kind of got real quiet, and I thought that you were just being strong, silent type. I'm worried about your friends. I don't know. He won't shut up. You see the narrator is still like sitting over by Val, and just talking to them.
How long? How long has it been?
I mean, it was like a 10-minute walk into town, another 10 to get the room. Then we got up here, and at this juncture is Rhea, Peter, and Val all in kind of one fell swoop sit up in bed as the three of you are now all awake. Almost think Matrix wake up, just gasping for breath as you wake up.
We're alive.
We're not dead.
We're not dead.
Not dead.
Not dead.
What the fuck happened back there?
Jeane, you want to tell him? You want me to tell him?
Okay. And like you all see like the first time I think you see Jeane is unable to compartmentalize for like a moment as you see him struggling to think of the first words to say, and then he blinks. Okay, so well, we got hit with the meteor shower. Narrator pulled us out. They are on another continent. That's pretty much like the Wild West back home. We're in a city full of abandoned ships, I think, right? Abandoned vessels, abandoned ships. And I think with that jump up, I'm gonna suffice to say you guys all talk to somebody. I'm gonna say I talked to somebody. I talked to Deus Mechanist.
When?
Over the past 10 minutes.
Here or
different realm, different mindscape, soulscape, man. And from how they were talking, it sounds like you might have been talking to those you or guys are connected with. Maybe, I don't know.
I just had a weird dream. I didn't talk to anybody.
Same.
tell me about it? Yeah.
Like, I would an insight, just the insight.
You totally talked to somebody you like.
What? You
Wait, am I lying? I'm not lying.
You talked to someone.
Yeah, I know.
Bestie.
I said I feel that. You guys were like,
Oh.
I had a weird dream. Yeah, I did
Oh.
have a weird dream.
Yeah, I was like, you guys talk to somebody.
I thought you were saying I feel that too, that we didn't talk to anybody.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
I
that.
was
We
like,
did
ew.
have weird dreams, didn't we?
Yeah,
We did. We all did collectively.
Weird dreams, yeah. And then like you guys talk to somebody. It's like, oh, I ain't talk to nobody. I ain't talk to shit. Fucking, I'm a scientist, bitches. What the fuck? That's a 13 for today. I don't know what you guys. I don't know.
The group, I mean, with the way you're feeling, I mean, you can contest it if you want, Haley, but the group is all a bit stunned and out of sorts.
Yeah, it was all three woke up at once, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's some spooky magic shit.
Well, I would say that I did talk to somebody in my dream. The only reason I didn't say specifically who I talked to is because Jeane implied that we were talking to like gods and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I didn't talk to somebody who like is like a god.
Right. Wording of the question, yes.
Sorry.
It's yeah. I get you. I understand. So does Jeane. But I mean, He's just
Do you want
looking
me to
at
do?
everyone.
I'll insight as well if you want to be like, no, you talked to somebody.
You talk to somebody. Like, yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you're all out of sorts.
Yeah, no, that's what's. Okay, just me, cool.
How do we feel?
Good.
Eek.
You all feel good.
I mean, are our hit points back up?
Yeah, your hit points, your magic, your mind points, all of it.
Yeah, of course I feel great.
Did we level up when we woke up? Did we
Yes,
use
you
our...
did.
Love it. Okay.
Wait, what about the other two? Did they come through with us? Where are they?
They seem to stay behind so that we could leave.
You got messy.
That Nikolai fella decided to side with his pops, and he was the one who called down the meteors. So the two that took us in decided to, well, protect us, you all.
You too, man.
What? Where do we go from here?
Oh,
Well, if my talk with mechanist means anything, we're supposed to get stronger.
Again?
Trust me, it did dawn on me that was the request that we got, but it's the only way we're gonna not die. You know, get killed.
By
Everyone,
what?
go ahead, Rhea.
Sorry. Get killed.
No,
by
go
what?
for it. Sorry.
I mean, we're still gonna be hunted. We're still a loose end. And we don't know where we are. Well, we know where we are here, but we don't know anybody here. We don't have any allies here. We still don't have a way home if we want to go home. So our best bet, in my opinion, is to get stronger, get better, so that even if a meteor storm comes down on us, we can laugh it off.
I just feel like everyone keeps telling us to get stronger and stronger. It's just like, is there like an end to that? Like, do we... Like, it's been, what, 5 or 6 days? I'm just really tired.
The world keeps turning. Days keep moving. We do nothing. Nothing changes. Nothing happens. We lose. It sucks, but that's the truth. Maybe there's something to what we've been going through, how we got here, what we do with these. He pulls up the phone, increases in our levels and classes that can unlock something, some answer.
What if it doesn't? What if we just keep doing this over and over and we keep training and we just sit here?
Then we die. That's it. We live till we age out and die. in a world we don't know, in a land we don't know.
It's not really different than what I'd be doing on Earth. Living and then dying. I don't know. But
that's the thing. We have a choice. We can do that. We can get stronger. We can do whatever we want. But I'm gonna keep looking.
Val?
It has to be worth something. I don't just want to sit and like swing my sword at a dummy. Like, I want it to mean something. I want it to be worth something, not just running up and down stairs. I'll go crazy if we do that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
what are you sorry for?
I was the one who said we should get him out.
We all made that decision. We made the best decision we could with the information that we had at the time. I wouldn't have wanted somebody to sit in a basement based on my knowledge. If
we didn't move, we would probably be replaced by those things in the tanks.
That's true.
Every day we were in that place, we were losing our memories more and more.
And if we didn't get him out, we couldn't have killed him. Now we can kill him.
If I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna help people. If that helps us, then even better.
How do we know who to help? I feel like we keep finding people and teaming up with them and then getting screwed over. Valerian screwed us over and Nikolai screwed us over.
Our track record ain't great. You were right about that. Well, we helped Alice.
Hey.
Do you feel helped?
I mean,
Atlas?
you got me out of the armor that made me murder a bunch of people, so yeah, I do feel helped. Y'all did help me, and I will help you whatever way I can. I am grateful to y'all. I have no loyalties to nobody no more.
And all it takes is one. Help one person. Then the next.
And there's plenty of people in these parts of the world that could use help. There ain't no law out here to help people, so. And if there's a place to hide from powers that be, this is it. It ain't as pretty, but
they probably will be looking for us. Those smart types really don't like to leave things unfinished.
no, that Valerian seems like a bit of a dick.
100%. Like he turned on us really fast. Like it was like that.
He attacked you, Val says, turning to the narrator.
Yeah. I guess I'm a loose end too.
Did you know that was going to happen?
No.
And can I insight check this
Yeah.
guy?
Because that's rough. That's fucking
That is rough.
If you know that your family's gonna betray you, And you can't do
Eek.
anything about
Yeah, eek.
it. Yeah.
It's only a 7.
He doesn't look like he's necessarily lying, but he's also processing the fact that his father tried to evaporate him, and then his brother dropped a meteor swarm on him and his new friends.
Sure, that's fair.
I don't know what to say. But I'm here to help you guys in any way I can.
We're here to help you too. Not using each other, we're friends. We help each other out.
So, where do we start?
I don't know. Jeane, you play like video games and stuff. Isn't there like, isn't there always like a place where you can like go get a quest or something? Can't we just?
That's true. We could do that. We could do that. We could ask around if anyone needs help. If there's a group of bandits that seem to be troubling people, we can handle them.
What do you mean by handle?
Now, that has a lot of answers now, doesn't it? I mean, we could always try to talk to them, defend ourselves. I'm not saying go out and be violent for violence' sake. This world tends to value that more than our world valued singular and singular violence for everything. Well, I take that back. That's a heavy statement on its own. We just do what we can. If push comes to shove, we shove back.
Maybe we should research more too.
I would love that so much. If there's like a public library in this place, I would adore that.
The Deadlands Public Library.
A
Well,
little free library.
in Hollow Creek there ain't much, but there is a place we could go. Y'all ever gamble before?
I have a spell about gambling, so technically, I just did.
Yeah.
Well, there's a casino not too far from here called the Temple of the Three Jinn.
I'm actually right now. Our gin reel.
Y'all know about genies?
Yes.
Yeah, they're real.
Cool. Awesome. Fantastic.
But what's nice is it's not a place that deals in traditional currency, since we don't have that much money. They deal in more personal currency.
Favors.
Secrets, favors, dreams, aspirations, feelings, the ephemeral currency, one might say.
Not physical, but
Right. Like you could like if you want a drink, you could be like, oh, I think that I actually, and you tell them like a strange secret, and then they give you a drink because you just paid for it with the secret, And then like there's the high roller rooms where you make the big deals, if you want big things, but then you trade big things. You gotta be careful because them genies, they tricky.
that's good because we don't exactly have money
Right.
to use.
But they could help with research, perhaps. You could also go. We could make the long trek back across the desert over to Heroes Fall, which is probably the most organized of the settlements and towns out here. They'd have things, or we could charter ourselves a boat and head north and head to the keep of the Exalted Core, my old organization. They're the literal keepers of all information. On the planet.
You think they'll be happy to see us after what we've...
Well, they don't know you shot Ivar.
Yes.
And I've just been missing. So I might get a scolding. But without Ivar, we might be okay, actually. Because he's not there to, pull the strings things.
I mean, I like the casino or the Exalted Core. Those seem like pretty good options.
But everybody else.
Anywhere that'll get us the answers to the notes Peter went through is what I was thinking.
I know there's a couple things that I might be able to play with that might help at the casino, but I don't know how everyone else feels about going there.
I could use a drink.
I've never
Would be nice too.
never gone to a casino.
Oh boy.
I'm
Oh,
19. I'm not allowed. I mean,
Oh,
I can go
boy.
in, but I can't go to the machines and stuff. So this would be kind of fun. Unless I legally can't hear either.
Oh, no, you can go whenever. If you got the currency, you can go.
Okay, yeah, so that would be kind of cool.
That's why it exists out here.
Technically, since we're from another world, we're kind of teeming with secrets.
We could just tell them a bunch of facts about Earth.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's such a good idea.
That might be a solid play, honestly.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of secrets from home that mean nothing here, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's our education been for if it's to learn useless facts?
Love it.
All right. Well, we
Take that, college, you fucking waste of space. Bachelor, you fucking assholes.
Amen. I don't know what you mean, but I agree. I don't know who you're looking at when you did that point, but I agree.
I'm seeing things.
We can charter some transport and probably be there by tomorrow.
To the casino?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty close. We could try, not to make a pun, but try our luck there and then head to Exalted Core.
That's good.
Yeah,
Really
that's
good.
good. That's very good. Solid.
Okay.
Thanks.
Very good.
Do you, pointing to the narrator, or you, pointing to Alice, need to sleep or rest before we...
Oh, I'll probably sleep in the car on the way.
Car?
Love it.
Well, yeah. Basically, they're these big metal machines that they use to travel the desert out here. They got these big treads on the side.
So a car.
So basically,
Okay.
churn through the dirt.
And
I thought I was bullying Alec, but no, there's cars out here.
this is the first time we've all been like, "Yo, yeah, car, yeah."
They put a fire elemental in the back and it powers the thing and then drives it. Yeah.
Never mind.
You
So
thought
close.
you thought you had me.
I was
prepared.
Oh, it's a normal thing that both worlds have. No.
Right.
Nope,
it's
not the
powered-
same.
it's
Not
powered
the
by
same.
elementals. Y'all don't have cars in your world?
We have cars, they're just not powered by elementals.
Oh.
They're powered
They're
by
Dead things.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Necromancy.
Technically, in the scientific terms, yes.
I know.
Combustible necromancy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That's
It's really
cool.
not.
It's fucking up our planet.
It's really bad.
It's
No, it's actually
really
really
bad.
bad.
Well,
Yeah, it's
necromancy
really
isn't a
bad.
great kind of magic, so that makes sense.
It's got its ups and downs, It's
Right.
We're trying to use the power of the sun nowadays is a big one, and electricity.
Got it. One of them cleric types. I get it.
Mm.
What? And the narrator goes, "Yeah, I mean, I'll probably sleep on the ride too, or tonight. I'll be all right.
Hey, you earned it.
Remains to be seen."
I'm seeing it now. You got us
Yeah.
out of there. Save
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the casino could be fun. I've never gambled before either.
First time for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And Atlas goes, well, I'll procure us a ride. Narrator, why don't you come on with me and give these kids some time process. They've been through a lot. And the narrator's like, okay, and he kind of gives like a look to Val. He's like, I'll be back. And then Atlas and him walk out the door, leaving the four of you.
The narrator really cares about you, huh, Val?
I feel kind of bad because, like, I'm the one who was like, hey, how about you, like, show yourself? And that didn't end very well.
Tells me that was the best outcome. Something tells me that if he didn't do that, then, well, we wouldn't be here.
That's true. It bought us a lot of time with Valerian.
You would have either been overwhelmed by the demons or taken out by meteorites.
Well,
with
the
no escape.
demons wouldn't have been there, and we wouldn't have had to deal with them, and we wouldn't have thought that there was an illusion for so long, and it's fine.
Hey,
it's done.
not every plan's gonna come out squeaky clean. I'm not gonna have 100% successes when we do experiments.
I just hate how good I feel right now. When everything got fucked up for the others. Like that nice couple with their soup night. I bet,
I think it's a side effect of who we've been attached to. Who's attached themselves to us.
And they seemed like they had their own demons. Yeah.
Yeah, but I shouldn't feel this good when
Power of a god, I
we're
guess.
leaving our allies behind.
It's power of a god. Kind of lose the empathy of humanity, seems.
Power of a god?
I mean, that's what Deus Mechanist told me.
We're
About
becoming...
We've kind of all been chosen as champions, avatars of the remainder of god power.
By Valerian.
Well, Valerian brought us here, but these gods chose us, picked us, because they thought we could counteract the chaos in this world. That's what I'm understanding.
And
Oh.
at this moment, each of your phones ping. And there is a new skill on your list that says God form. And that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
No. No.
Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 8 of Echoes of Legacy. I have been your game master, AlecTheBard. I'll pass it off to my lovely players to say goodbye. Who wants to go first? Jeane, why'd you go first?
I'll go first. Hey, everybody. Hey, my name is Christian, aka AFluffyGoomba, on several socials. Me on TikTok and Twitch, where you can find me playing several games with several of my friends on several days. It's usually on Sundays, but here we can do. You also find me on Roll for Dylan. It's ROLL4 DYLAN for Vampire the Masquerades, Darkness Over New Orleans, and of course you can find me on Sundays, 8 p.m. EST, on Tragedy of Theologian, Greek Myth Inspired by V Campaign, and a bunch of other games. Just check my Twitter. You can find out where I am in my link tree. You can find out what I've been in. I also do tutorials on how to play games, so check those out too. Haley, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm HailieRosie on everything. And I play Peter. Yeah, you can find me Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of them. I'm there. Yeah, and I'm gonna hand it over to Steph.
That's me. I'm Steph. I play Val. You can find me pretty much anywhere you get your socials at Equinoxdice. I make handmade dice, and I do other cool things. Like my sister works with me, and we made this cool sweatshirt. It's super fun. It's a great time. Yeah, that's me. Which leaves us with Betty.
Hi, my name is Betty. I am Who.The.Lovely on TikTok and Instagram. And we're gods now. So that's so much fun, and we'll have no negative repercussions.
None at all. Okay, bye everybody.